Hey guys, I'm Nathan.
I'm Marissa.
With Less Junk, More Journey. And we just want to talk for a few minutes about why we wanted to make this decision to basically be homeless, sell our house, sell most of our stuff, and then move into an RV. I would come home with crazy ideas every once in a while, but I came home with one I was pretty sure my wife would never go for about a year and a half ago. I came in and said, hey, how would you like to sell our house and most of our stuff and move into an RV?
Well, obviously those are words I never thought I would hear him say, much less words I would agree to. But the one thing I have realized in this short period of time of being a parent is to never say never, because everything changes. And we had been told everything would change, and I think we were ready for those changes. But what I wasn't ready for was how having a child changed your mindset. I mean, it makes you go from everything being materialistic and to all I cared about was spending more time with my family, and my shift totally went towards that.
I know one thing that maybe helped push us over the edge. You wouldn't think a video would make that big of an impact. That's part of why we want to make videos. But there's a video called Tomorrow Somewhere New. We show it in our blog, and it's about this couple that they sell all their stuff. They buy a travel trailer, and they basically decide they want to travel the country. And it's a younger working couple with with one small kid. He's a little older than ours. Our daughter's 18 months now. I'm guessing he was, how old do you think? Four, something like that. But it was so cool to watch this family, instead of having to be at the usual 9 to 5 and get home and you're worn out when it comes time to spend time with your kid. They were out hiking with their kids, showing their kids stuff instead of showing it in a book, they could point to it in real life. It was, it just really was a mind shift for us to see that video. And that's kind of part of what helped us make that decision to take off a year and a half ago.
Well, at the time, I had just went back to work after maternity leave, and I just realized that I was going to work to pay for stuff, pretty much. I remember going out to my car and climbing into that bigger SUV that I thought I had to have, and leaving our house, our 4-bedroom house, where we weren't even using a lot of those rooms. And I left in tears, having to go to work and leaving, my 4-month-old. And I really just wanted to be at home with her.
Who you miss, Hensley? Who do you miss? Who do you miss? You miss Mama? Oh, you want Mama? She'll be back soon.
So I thought, yeah, let's just sell everything and live simple and have more time as a family.
We had 4 rooms in our house, and I'm not kidding, like 95% of the time, that's like we sat here for, we didn't just get up and leave when we did this. We planned for a year and a half to do it. We planned for a year, then it took us another 6 months to get it right. we still haven't got it right.
Not right, yeah.
To work on getting it right. So there was a lot of time. The first year was in that house, and every time we talk about this, pretty much we'd be sitting in our living room, and I'd be thinking, you know what? Like 95% of our time, we're in the living room, usually on the same couch, or we're in the kitchen. And we got 4 rooms in our house just sitting there empty. We got a basement not being used, and 2 baths. And how much of our house wasn't even being used? And that was part of our decision too, is we could live in a smaller space. We're using a smaller space, we just don't want to admit it.
We're not claiming that it's easy. Letting go of your stuff is hard. I think it was harder for me than it was for him. I like my stuff. And watching all your stuff go out the door, given away, being sold, that was really hard. But looking back, we get so much more in return. And I don't miss any of that. There's not anything that I've gotten rid of that I miss, and I get to do what I enjoy, which is being with my family every day.
It was tough to not view that physical house as our home, but in reality, the less house we have, the more home we actually have.
So here we go as we embark on this new adventure with Less Junk and More Journey. Sold our house, bought ourselves a camper, and truly made home where the heart is.